Welcome back, fools. Today we are going to be talking about something a little different, and it is called the secret network here. Why it's important, why it's kind of a new thing and a big deal in this space. But before that, I need to talk a little bit about Ethereum and explain that to those who don't already know it. In the description, I'll have a timestamp to where I finish up talking about Ethereum, and you can just cut straight to the secret network part. Anyways, Ethereum 101. Why is it important? Why is it useful? I often have people ask me, how could there ever be more than one cryptocurrency? How can anything compete with Bitcoin? Because it's clearly on top. It's clearly distanced itself from the others. And those are the people that don't understand that cryptocurrency goes way beyond having a hard asset that's safe. Bitcoin isn't scalable is the main thing. You can't build any projects at all, frankly, off of Bitcoin unless you do a hard fork. But Ethereum was a big deal because they looked at Bitcoin's technology and they said these Bitcoin miners are doing massive amounts of computational work, using massive amounts of energy and massive amounts of resources to get their coins, right? Why don't we put that work to use executing code? So Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin wrote his own language that was made for coding smart contracts. So anyone can do something like this. I've coded my own smart contract, and I never put it up, but I could, because that's how Ethereum works. Anyone can do whatever they want, and if it's used, then it will be executed on Ethereum. So the example I like with Ethereum is the idea of a decentralized insurance company. And let's talk about decentralization for a bit. It's a big word that gets tossed around a lot, and I don't think people fully understand it, but I like to think of it as just cutting out the middleman. Why does Uber exist? Why don't we make that a decentralized thing? You send a request into the Ethereum network, a driver receives the request because the Ethereum network knows that they're available, and they get sent to you. There's no cut taken in the middle besides the small amount of fees that were used on the network, and the driver gets full profit, and you get some peace of mind knowing that there's not some corporate bastard taking a huge cut of that. I guess that was also a good example, but I do like the insurance example of the idea that you could have an insurance company with no one taking a cut, a contract that automatically charges their customers or their clients a certain amount depending on how much funds are left within the contract. And when someone needs the money, it can be taken out of the contract and verified by the contract that it's a legitimate claim. And if funds get low, they up the price of the insurance, and if funds are plentiful, then they can lower the price. And it's basically a little socialist at that point, I guess, if you think about it like that. But the idea of cutting out the middleman is endless. You can do it on everything you can think of. There's always a middleman, right? So that's Ethereum's whole deal. Now, Ethereum is a huge project. It's been second for a long time. Price point of $2,000, but that's not really what's important here. We like to talk about the market cap. So it's worth $223 billion, and it's been on just a tear over the last 3 months. 3 months ago it was a quarter of what it is now, almost. So yeah, Ethereum's been doing great. It'll always be a big project, and a lot of people think it will flip Bitcoin eventually, but I guess that's for another video. So what's the privacy of Ethereum? It has the same privacy as Bitcoin, which means that if anyone has your wallet address or your transaction ID, they can see whatever they want to see. So I have my MetaMask here with a little bit in it for when I need to pay fees on the Ethereum network. And yeah, that's about it. But if I copy this address, I go out to Etherscan, which I've already pasted my address in here. You can see exactly how much I own. Now, I only own Ether, so it doesn't talk about any other coin. But if I did have another coin that's on the Ethereum network that I hold in my MetaMask, it would cover that too. And because you have this free vision here, anyone can do this for no cost, right? Then I can just add whatever coin I want, type something random in here, Ave Ave, there we go. So I now have this coin with my MetaMask, and not that I wasn't able to receive it before, but now I can receive it and send it and see the balance I have and things like that for free, because all I'm doing is the same thing that Etherscan is doing. I'm going out to this contract, this wallet address, and looking at the balance and seeing that I've never received any, so why would I have it? Anyways, what's different about Secret? Well, what even is Secret? Secret is Ethereum with privacy. So it's a scalable smart contract network where you can code whatever you want to do on it with privacy. So the comparison is Bitcoin to Monero, but we don't have to dig in that too much. So it has the privacy that Ethereum clearly doesn't, right? And the funny part to me, well, it's relatively new, which is why it's low here, but yeah, it's barely worth a thing, 335 million compared to 223 billion. So is Secret a better network than Ethereum? I think that the price reflects that it's probably not. Overall, I'm not sure how Ethereum has gone through massive amounts of user testing to be scaled to this level, right? Ethereum is the most used cryptocurrency consistently every single day. So clearly it's not better at this point, but is it a better software? Is it a better system? I guess time will tell. But I do think that privacy is an essential part of cryptocurrencies. People talked about the cryptocurrency trifecta, right? Everyone can agree on decentralization, and then the other two are kind of a toss-up, but people like to talk about the speed, maybe the price efficiency. Everyone can agree that the quadfecta, the fourth item, is privacy. And privacy is huge. This is the original point of cryptocurrencies all along, until we realized, well, maybe it's not as private as we think. So the Secret Network, has not been around for that long. Not at all, right? Only since October. And it only really came out in late October, I guess, or mid-October. Not much has been coded on it, right? You can build smart contract platforms all day, but if no one is using it, then it's not going to be worth anything. Like Tron. Anyways, the Secret team has built something on it, though, and it is their Secret Swap. So this is a decentralized exchange where you can swap tokens for other tokens on the Secret network. So all with hidden transactions, and what really caught my attention is just a fraction of the fees of Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum fees have gotten really ridiculous, and that's a nice thing that the Secret offers at this point, is just a very low amount of fees. So they're still clearly in their infancy. They hold almost $76 million right now. But when I got into them a few days ago, when I found this coin, it was under 60. So we were definitely seeing some nice growth here over time. I think that their name is getting out there, and they're becoming bigger and bigger. And yeah, you can see all the transactions that they have on the Secret Swap contract here. Every few minutes, looks like one goes through. You can stake their own coins. Like Ethereum right now is making 40%, probably because there's a high demand for things swapping for Ethereum. But this is a great example of where the Secret network differs from Ethereum. Now, even though I have my Kepler wallet here, which is MetaMask for the Secret network, I can't see my Secret ETH balance here. And I can't see it because it's not public. If I want to see that balance, then I need to verify that I actually contain my private key, that I'm actually the wallet that I'm claiming to be, and then I will have access to see it, as long as it knows it's me. But it is interesting to do that. You need to a little transaction needs to go through, because you need to send data to the Secret network nodes and things like that to let them know that you are who you claim to be. So that was one thing that really stuck out to me is different, but it makes sense by the mechanics. So yeah, that's about all I have. I think that this is going to be become a big project here. As long as people are building dApps and building on smart contract platforms, I think Secret will only go up from here. As we can see over the last 3 months here, they've just been on a bigger tear than even Ethereum. So they were worth cents just a little bit ago. They started growing over here, and then this was around the time that Secret Swap was released, and they've just been doing great ever since. Now they're just touching $5 on a good day. Just some quick closing thoughts here. I wanted to explain why Secret will have a high worth in the end of this, and it's the same reason that Ethereum does, and it's that they're both used to pay the fees on their network. So the more the networks get used and scaled, the more users have to pay fees for using it, and they have to do so by buying the coin, creating more demand, and driving the price up. Another thing I wanted to say is that I'm going to link 2 videos in the description. One from the Secret Network that just gives a very basic explanation of the Secret Network in 60 seconds, and another one by Secure Secrets that talks about and demonstrates how the Secret Network is private and what can be seen from a server standpoint or an outside view if you're not the private key holders. The last thing I wanted to say is that I'll be posting a video soon about how to buy Secret. Since it's a private coin and you need to do what I explained earlier about a little transaction needs to happen to be able to see balances and things like that, it can be a little difficult, especially because it's a small coin, so it's not hosted on many exchanges at all. Only one that you can even buy from the US. So yeah, be on the lookout for that if you're interested in this, and take it easy, fools.